Hey guys, welcome to the Fury Time channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 1000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me guys. At Hearn named the opponents that his word, former world heavyweight champion Derek Chisora can meet. The promoters came to the attention of OUTRAGED and Filip Hrgović, but Hearn considers the winner of the fight between Dillian Whyte and Jermaine Franklin to be the most likely candidate. I think OUTRAGED is a very worthy opponent for Chisora to return to the ring. A lot of these guys are overcharging. Filip Hrgović is a great fight. He is a mandatory contender according to the IBF version. Still, I think that the winner of the fight between Dillian Whyte and Jermaine Franklin is a very good candidate to rival Chisora. I think this is the most likely option. Hearn said. Former United Heavyweight World Champion Derek Chisora shared his opinion about the breakdown of the fight with WBC title holder Tyson Fury. It's all true, everything that happens. His words, my words are a big mix, but this led to the fact that the fight didn't take place. There was no chatter. These are all public statements. The deadlines could be met, and he wanted to fight on a certain day. Now Fury is fighting with a man who got extra time to sign a contract, and he is happy with the opponent. This is the simplicity of the situation. Do you understand what I am talking about? It's easy, Chisora said. According to Hearn, this week Chisora will visit Abu Dhabi, where they will already decide on the best option. I actually sent Deontay Wilder's manager Shelley Finkel an email in August to talk about the deal, and he replied to me yesterday. I invited them here to Abu Dhabi, but they can't come. You know, I see that the fight with Wilder will probably be Chisora's second, to be honest. He is ready to fight with anyone. If he waits, he can go strength against Deontay. It all depends on when he comes back. If at the very beginning of 2023 he will fight with someone else first, and if later, he will fight Wilder or Whyte right from the doorstep, Hearn said. Eddie Hearn, the promoter of former British heavyweight champion Derek Chisora, told why his word abandoned the idea of returning to the ring this year. Derek fell for Fury's bluff and lost a little face in boxing. He really wanted to fight Tyson. I think that's the main reason why he wanted to be back this year. Fury's behavior made him think, what are these people doing? Tyson's side made loud statements, set deadlines. But then they gave Derek Chisora a month to think. It was during this period that all the papers had to be signed. That's why AJ is going to fight sometime in late February, but most likely in March. I think he will take a vacation until the end of the year and start training in early January, Hearn said. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.